Martha's Vineyard Sharks make the swim all the way to the mainland on Wednesday night for a clash against the Seacoast Mavericks at Leary Field. It's our final game before the 2014 All-Star break, and with these two teams separated by just a half game in the FCBL East standings, it's a big one. Second place on the line tonight. Find out who comes out on top on Maverick Spotlight. And the Mavs roll out Tazo Stathopoulos, right-handed sophomore from URI, looking for his first win since June 26th. And Tazo making his first start against the Sharks in the season. The Sharks came with a bite. Just the first inning with 2 outs and 2 men on. Steve Buckley is going to break his bat and break the seal on the score sheet. Drives in Will Toffee for the first run of the ball game. Sharks feeling good as they remember all too well how the last meeting went between these two teams. The next batter is Tim Bickford. He gets just enough behind that one to force a deep throw from the hole. It's not in time to catch Bonfield scoring from second, but Buckley's going to get a little too aggressive here, out at third as he tries to stretch that one out. Now to the third inning. Testani leads off with a grounder deep in the hole, but this time Hopkins is all over it. Great pick and an excellent throw across the diamond to get the speedster. We stay in the third for a look at Luke Bonfield, playing in his first game of the summer for the Sharks. And with that swing, he's not only 2 for 2, he's also got his first dinger and a pair of RBIs. It's a Leary Field gift, but it still goes down as a home run. Martha's Vineyard racing out to a 4-0 lead. Well, Tazo says, "I've had about enough of that," sends Buckley to the pines, swinging. And you've probably noticed at this point that the Mavs bats have been unusually quiet. That had something to do with this guy wearing number 10, Max Slade, making his first start of the season, and boy was he sharp. Gets Master Birdie fishing at that ball in the dirt. And Ryan Gendron is going to become his next victim with the bender. Make it a perfect inning for Slade as he strikes out the side, including Martin Tavares. That's 3 Mavericks All-Star hitters. And speaking of All-Stars, maybe Bonfield needs a late invitation. Smashes this ball to deadaway center. It's out of here. Make it 2 long balls for the newly acquired freshman from the University of Arkansas. Bottom of the 5th now. The Mavericks still without a run, but here's where it gets interesting. Slade plunks Chris Hess. He just walked Davis, so now it's 2 now, no out, and better make it 3 on. With the bases loaded, he issues Logan Quimuiga a free pass. That merits a mound conversation as Slade hopes to protect the comfortable 5-0 lead. Well, there you have it. Sometimes pep talks don't always pay dividends. Slade beans another, and Keith Oren drives in the first run. Now it's Dakota Higdon's turn. He puts one in play. It's a hard chopper to second. No chance for a play of the plate. Another run scores for the Mavericks as Higdon is sacrificed for the first out. So it's hitter number 9. It's Hopkins, and Hopkins is going to wear that fastball and become the 3rd hit batsman of the inning. Loads the bases once again. It's a complete implosion of Slade, who would allow just 1 man to reach base prior to the 5th. So the Sharks hand the ball to Patrick Nicholson, trying to clean up this mess, and he has to face the league's top hitter in Martin Tavares. No chance at that first pitch. Solid contact. Tavares pokes one through the hole, an RBI single, and the rally continues for the boys in white. Now it's Master Birdie. Also an All-Star select, he drives one into the ground. Possible double play material, but the throw is off target. Great hustle by the senior as Oren scores from third to cut the lead to 1. But a big mistake coming on the base pass. Mavs trying to force the issue, move Master Birdie to scoring position. It results in a rundown with Hopkins becoming the victim as he makes a break for home. The Mavs don't get their game-tying run. The inning is over, still 5-4. And ominous clouds, a storm brewing in the night sky. A storm also brewing with the bases loaded for Michael Nocera. Luke Bonfield, you must be kidding me. It's a hat trick, and the biggest kind they make him. Grand salami with 2 down. He can hardly believe it himself, but what a blow to any hope of a comeback. Sharks jump back out to a 5-run lead. And then the lightning strikes. Literally, the game is automatically put on pause for 30 minutes. But the weather would only become worse with rain rolling in. Umpires are going to make an executive decision to end this one after 5.5 played. The Sharks, behind the boomstick of Bonfield, power their way to a big-time 9-4 road win. And here's your results from around the rest of the league. Rocks marching on, take a big one against the Raging Tide 11-5. Dirt Dogs beat the Bravehearts. That race is getting close in the West. And the Navigators, Suns, Silver Knights, Titans are suspended. This is the interesting part, folks. With that win, the Martha's Vineyard Sharks jump a game and a half against the Mavericks. That's a big one right there. North Shore slipping off a little bit after their blistering pace. And look at the West standings. That's 4 teams within 1 game of first place. Things getting very interesting in the West. And here's your week ahead for the Seacoast All-Star Game tomorrow, 7:05 p.m. first pitch at Campanelli Stadium. Get down there beforehand. There's a home run derby, Pro Scout Day, the works. Then the Mavericks go on the road Friday and Saturday before returning home Sunday to host the Silver Knights. Very tough team from Nashua. Should be a great game to watch Sunday evening at 4. And there's your all-star selects. Martin Tavares leading the league in batting average with a .394, ridiculous average, to go with a 1.045 OPS, good for second in the league. He'll be joined by hitters Mike Mastroberti, Ryan Gendron, and Alex Merritt, all having excellent seasons at the plate, powering this high-octane Mavericks offense, along with Austin French and James Vernon. You definitely see him make some things happen on the big stage tomorrow with 6 saves, tied for 3rd, and 4 wins to go with 38 strikeouts. Well, folks, that's going to do it for tonight's episode. We have hit that All-Star break game tomorrow at Campanelli Stadium in Brockton. Get down there and support our 6 representatives from the Seacoast if you can. If not, check in on Friday for video highlights from that game, and then Maverick Spotlight coming right back at you the normal way on Saturday from Holman Stadium. Mavericks taking on the Silver Knights. Folks, have a great rest of your week. Riotto signing off.